The 12th Annual Scientific Conference of the National Association of Nigerian Nurses in North America was an enlightening experience with a touch of entertainment.
Nigerian Nurses, welcome to the NANNNA Conference 2022.
The event took place at Marriott Philadelphia Airport, which started on the 3rd of November, with the introduction of some representatives followed by discussion on domestic violence.
We embarked into combating this domestic violence that is occurring in our communities. And often when this domestic violence are occurring, there are impacts to it. There are impacts that all of us pay for it in one way or the other.
Advocacy comes in. When you see a person in trouble, it's easy to walk away, but stop, do something. Even though you may not be the one, just give resources. Tell them that you care. You know, you may save life by doing a letter.
Some, things that could cause. Let us look at the woman, for example. Self-esteem, I think will go a long way. It's a question, it's a clarification, it's something for us to think about. So that when we empower people, we begin to look at our little girls, our little boys, before they get to our adulthood and begin to face these things. So self-esteem is crucial.
So it is, while home is very, very important. If you train a confident child, that child will be confident. But if the child is lacking on that parental guidance that they need or support they need, they will go home. They will grow up to be ashamed or not able to stand up for themselves. So it is very, very important that we do that in our homes. Mothers, you train your child to be confident, not to take any insult from people. It's not okay for them to insult you. And you teach your son that it is not okay to lay their hands on another person.
And the confidence almost tie together. So it depends on the crowd you belong to. The stigma can go a long way, making you stuck in one place and even lose your life. So when you select friends, select people that will be there for you. Select the group that will be there for you, that will advocate for you, that you can open up for them and say, this is what I'm going through. They will support you if you have the right crowd.
And your children, they're not just listening to you, they're watching you. If you allow your husband or your wife to abuse you, that child is going to grow up to think it's okay.
In a bid to welcome the participants, the host, Pennsylvania chapter, organized a party filled with fun and definitely dinner to the participants. It was a time of winning, dancing, and easing of stress. The keynote speaker, Dr. Ernest Grant, took off the scientific session on a high note with lots of words of encouragement and appreciation to NANNNA members.
Now I know that NANNNA and its members are a critical resource for nursing and midwifery counsel and for all nurses in Nigeria. And as indicated by the Secretary's presence here today, joining hands and locking arms across the vast difference to improve nursing education and practice in Nigeria, but also to improve health and the quality of life for all Nigerians. So I commend all of you for your enormously important work that you do and will continue to do. And just know that despite the challenges that we have always faced, America has always been and remains a work in progress and a place where people come from all corners of the globe to help make things better.
So my name is Dr. Ernest Grant. I'm president of the American Nurses Association, and I am here to bring greetings to the NANNNA nurses, and I'm so excited to be here. I just want to thank them for all that they have done and will continue to do to lead the profession of nurses, particularly both here and back in Nigeria. They contribute a great wealth of information, practice guidelines and resources that is just invaluable. So we're extremely happy to be here to have the opportunity to talk with the nurses who are representing NANNNA today.
Various departments gave the year reports on the activities for the year and plans for the upcoming year. Following the scientific conference with lots of speakers on different research-based topics,
we took it on as a charge. We decided that it's our duty to challenge our members to look at what is going on in the United States nursing and tap into it. We started creating awareness from one state to the other. Our message is usually, after you attend, you know what is happening in that state, go home to your own state and ask questions.
The thing is that biases affect interactions, and so your body language, always tells more than your mouth will ever say. Your verbal expressions, so how you speak to others, do you smile, right? Are you nodding your head? Or your listening skills. Are you showing that you are actually in the moment with that person? That matters most. And then of course, what it is that you actually like or dislike. Are you showing that? So biases, changing them is necessary, but it's a challenge. With explicit bias, we are already aware of our biases, but we have to overcome them, and that is understanding in the first place why our biases are there. It impacts the control of the hypertension in the first place. So again, if it's positive, we're going to see better outcomes with our hypertensive patients. And also recognizing our implicit bias, again, it does tend to be unconscious. We don't realize sometimes that we have these biases, and again, we could be raised that way, right? Or cultured that way. So making sure that we recognize our attitudes toward a person and why we have those attitudes, this helps us to recognize and in our encounters with people and help them to feel comfortable, help them to feel less worried, anxious, uneasy.
Inclusive excellence. And what is inclusive excellence? That is the roadmap to the journey. What the 2020-2030 report has given to us as nurses. We have a framework that we can take to lead the path forward to dismantle racism. So let's address the issues. One of the things is to build equity and dismantle inequities. Equity is an important component of our work. And the last level is justice. And what is justice? Justice is when we remove all obstacles.
It was really important to formally incorporate the new language of the new report, and we really felt that specifically our work really resonates with recommendations number 2 and 3. So supporting nurses to advance health equity, and number 3, promoting nurses' health and well-being.
An abstract is a short but well-structured summary of your work. In a nutshell, when I completed my doctorate degree, I think I had over 200 pages. What an abstract does is it compresses that work that you have done into no more than 250 words. What is the purpose of an abstract? Like I said, it provides the reader, guidance whether they want to read your work or not. It creates an interest for the reader to want to have more, and it helps potential readers to determine the relevance of your work.
It's paramount for emerging researchers, doctorate degree students, and others to understand how to write an abstract. NANNNA organization will continue to enrich its conference attendees with all necessary tools to the future of nursing. Written language. So you also have to make sure you provide clarity for your audience. When they see the abstract, is it clear for them to understand what you're actually putting down in your representing in your work? And also you have to make sure you don't represent anything jargon words or abbreviations that somebody who sees your abstract may not really understand what you're talking about. So that leads us to conclusions. In a nutshell, we just make sure when you
writing your abstract, make sure you're being honest to represent your work.
Cell anemia, we have to remember that every hour, a number of our babies and adults are dying from sickle cell disease. So my talk today will be to talk about the disparities in sickle cell disease management across the lifespan. When we talk about across the lifespan, we're talking about from birth through childhood, through transition to adulthood, to old age, until that person passes.
It's an initiative that we, the membership committee, started. I am the membership chair, and my name is Obioma Ona. So we saw a need to improve the physical activities of our members. And we started thinking, how do we do this? And that's how we came up with Walk to Nigerian Challenge. And we decided to use an app that will be able to track our steps to do this challenge.
Implementations of the approved postgraduate program in nursing, I wish to inform you, we have revised our post-basic program into postgraduate programs. We have revised all our postgraduate, we have developed a curriculum for post-basic program into postgraduate program. We have developed postgraduate diplomas and masters in the areas of medical nursing, surgical nursing in different areas like such as accident emergency, masters in accident emergency, master in orthopedic nursing, master in mental health nursing, masters in theater nursing, masters in anesthesia, master in palliative nursing, etc., etc. All these postgraduate programs have now been changed to postgraduate, and we have timely commenced MOU with the National University Commission. We have submitted the concept note, and we directed all the universities to commence these in implementation of this new reform agenda.
New York is still upset about it, and I say this all the time, because if you look at the name, it's what? Nigerian Nurses Association of USA. They wanted to do the national, but who stood up to do it? Nobody. Right? So if somebody, at that time, no, my focus was in New York. So yes, I gave a blueprint to everybody to do it, but that is why I'm not claiming founder. Okay? I don't fight for founder because that divides organizations. Even in New York, it's not about being a founder. I'm happy that every life is being touched. Because people keep coming and saying that, I said, no, it's not about title. Like most of you, I'm happy you said it. Your name, your surname is Grace NANNNA. Not only members, even spouse. And I'm happy to say that. That alone gives me joy to see the miracles we are doing, not only here in America, but also in Nigeria.
So what is strategic goals? These have specific financial and non-financial objectives that a company uses to achieve its aims, and usually spreads over 3 to 5 years, right? Some of you who were paying attention, our financial secretary mentioned how much we have, right? I think apart from NANNNA, New Jersey, and New York, who are also one of our richest chapters, I think the national chapter is not doing that bad, right? We have almost $500,000 in our staff. Great nurses, excellent nurses, scientific nurses.
My name is Benga Gunjimi. I'm a storyteller. I help leaders and businesses tell, monetize, and elevate their story. I'm currently at the NANNNA conference, and I'm so honored to speak to nurses across the country and around the world on the power of their story. On this topic, I spoke about telling your story on purpose and challenging nurses to understand that they are not just a nurse. They have a story to tell, and they are thought leaders and change makers. And once they embrace that, they can really elevate their impact in the world. So I'm so happy to be here.
I am very happy that our participation this year went up despite the pandemic. We had over 400 nurses from all over America participating, and we had other members from the environment, Pennsylvania, where we had our conference, and during the gala, we had over 600 participants. I am very privileged and honored to be here. Yearly we meet and have conferences all over America to energize our members to meet our goals, our visions, and mission of this organization.
The event ended with a gala and dinner party. The gala night had in attendance lots of dignitaries who supported NANNA project with donations. New executive members were also inaugurated, and Pennsylvania chapter was officially inducted into the organization.
Yes, we are proud to be nurses. Great Pennsylvania nurses! Great Pennsylvania nurses! You made it. Just because of fire hazard, that's why we're using this. Ideally, we should have open light, where the president has one lighted and everybody takes from that light. Allegiance to NANNA as a member of this noble organization, I will perform my function of this association honestly, to the best of my ability, faithfully, and in accordance with the bylaws and the rules of the association, and always in the interest of the integrity, solidarity, well-being, and the prosperity of the organization. I will strive to preserve the matters contained in the Constitution of this association. So help me God. Congratulations!
It's indeed a conference to remember and a time to energize and prepare for another year.
I use this medium to say a big thank you to everyone, those who work behind the scenes especially, and everybody who participated at any level to make this conference this year a huge success. Thank you, Pennsylvania members. Thank you, NANNA Board of Directors, executives, chapter presidents, and every member of NANNA. Thank you, and God bless you.